The Modi government completed 1 year in office last week, but their anniversary gift to the people of India kicks in from today. We are all going to be paying a much higher and unwarranted service tax of 14%, and there are many more cesses that are on their way. While on the one hand, the government talks about inflation coming down, this service tax increase is fundamentally inflationary. It affects every aspect of the economy, especially the service sector, which is more than 50% of the overall economy. It is also regressive. It hurts the poor, and in that sense is hurting people at a very, very difficult time. The second point we want to make is that we would like to compliment the Chief Economic Advisor of this government, Mr. Arvind Subramanian, on his courage. He has pointed out in his interview last week that the rate of poverty decline under the UPA was the highest ever. Now we have a Prime Minister who is hailed by his cabinet ministers as a great economist, who is unaware of what all has happened over the last 60 years in India, where India was in terms of poverty, in terms of in 1947, the Green Revolution, the White Revolution, the numerous economic liberalization, the numerous initiatives of various Congress governments that have made the Indian economy the third largest economy in the world today. It did not happen over the last 1 year. It happened over the last 60, 65 years. This historic reduction in poverty has been recognized by the Chief Economic Advisor. The second point the Chief Economic Advisor made was about the select committee that is looking into the GST issue. He pointed out that there is a 1% interstate tax that has been levied, that this could possibly be make imported products more affordable than products that move from one state to another or across multiple states within India. He has basically contradicted the government stand on this issue and has vindicated the Congress position that these changes in the GST need to be examined and in much more detail by the joint committee that has been set up for this purpose. Third, we saw some economic numbers released on Friday. One aspect of these numbers I want to remind you about that has to do with the agriculture sector. 1 year ago, agriculture was growing at 3.7%. This year, it is down to 1.1%. Now, not only does this show a flagrant disregard for the Indian farmer and the farming and agriculture sector on the part of this government, it also underlines the impact of various measures that they have taken or could have taken and did not take. One was that promise on MSP. They did not increase the minimum support price. In the process, agricultural returns have come down. MNREGA spending has been either curtailed or cut down, in which case rural incomes of the poorest of the poor have also been curtailed. The end result, of course, is that rural demand goes down and possibly as a result inflation comes down. Who is paying the price for this lowering of inflation? The farmer of India, the rural citizen of India. The true colors the true biases of this government are coming out very clearly. A fourth economic point, this has to do with social sector cuts. Now, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley argued that he could cut funding for centrally sponsored schemes because the slack, the states were getting more money. The states would be using that money under the 14th Finance Commission's award to make up for whatever cuts the central government undertook in social sector schemes. Today, a report has come out from the Center for Budget and Policy Studies, I think, in Delhi, which says that an examination of various state budgets shows that the states are not making up these social sector spending cuts. Who is going to be hurt at the end of all this? What sectors are going to be hurt? Healthcare, education, women's welfare, children's welfare, key programs that were previously being funded by the central government are now have been passed on to the state government, are going to be left in the lurch, and human development indicators are going to come down. Again, those who are severely in need of investment in their human capital, they are going to be the women, the children of India, the women of India. These are the people who are going to suffer because of the finance minister's callous cuts in centrally sponsored scheme funding. After the economic discussion, I would like to turn to one other aspect of what the Congress party has been up to in the last year. As part of the party's reorganization, one of the first committees that was set up was called the Research and Coordination Committee. I am part of that committee. And that committee has come up with various inputs for our Congress party parliamentarians, party spokespersons, the party rank and file on research reports of various kinds on what is really going on under this government. We thought some of this material has already been incorporated in the booklet Ek Saal Desh Badhal that was released last week, but we thought that it should also be an opportunity for us to show you the kind of work that the research committee has been doing, and we're just going to release one or two e-books that the committee has shown, which is sharing, and yeah. This one. So this is the e-book that we are, go ahead, you can just go down the pages. It covers about 6-7 major dimensions: the mismanagement of the economy, the anti-farmer agenda of Shri Narendra Modi and his government, the cuts in social sector spending, the Ministry of Human Resource Destruction, external affairs and the mess in the defense sector, destruction of institutions, etc. So much of this content has already been introduced in the booklet that you saw. That is the booklet. This is the parent, the book that some of that material was derived from. Anyway, this is a very fact-based, data-driven exploration of various sectors of the economy, how the country is faring under the Modi government. And if you take a look at it, you will see that everything in that is backed by data, is backed by various, you can just scroll through it, that's all. Yeah. Yeah, we are going to be, in an environmentally friendly gesture, we are emailing it to people rather than actually printing it. And it is going to go through the entire Congress establishment, and of course, we will share it with you as well. And it can serve as a very good repository of information that will enable you to fact check every time the ruling dispensation comes up with some grandiose statement that they are not able to back. Thank you.